Okay, station, we're going to talk about yesterday's homework. This one you're really going to need to listen and pay attention, and definitely feel free to ask questions in the class, in the actual class, when you see me. The first one, number one, and by the way, this is page 32 in your workbook. Whoop. Looking at part 6, you had to choose between two options. So I'll show you the answers one at a time. The first one says, according to the schedule, we arrive. So we're actually using the present tense for this one, or the present simple. And we do this when we talk about schedules, just like, hey, what time does school begin tomorrow? Well, school begins at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So we're talking about tomorrow, it's the future, but we use the present tense. All right, the next one, the question was, or in the scenario it says, why did you bring your computer with you? So the person brought something with him for a trip, or for a vacation. Sounds like he has a plan. So the best answer is not I'll do, but I'm going to do some work while we're away. So because it's a plan, we use be going to, right? Number 3, I'm thirsty. I think I'll ask for a soda. So the person is doing this, he's thinking and talking, thinking and talking. So when we think and talk, we tend to use will. It's just like those examples, like, hey, I need some help with my homework. I don't understand the homework. Oh, I'll help you, right? Number 4, excuse me, do you know what the weather is like in San Francisco? It's clear now, but not it's raining, but it's going to rain tomorrow. So we tend to use going to when there's a prediction and there's evidence. Now, how do you know that it's going to rain tomorrow? Well, probably this person heard the weather report, so there's some expert who knows a lot about predicting the weather, and so therefore anyone who hears that report has evidence and can make a prediction with evidence. All right, number 5 says, oh, good, they'll show, or they're showing the new Star Wars. And I would go with this one, they're showing, which means the same thing as they're going to show. So there's a, I should have written this. Let me write this right now. There's a plan. There's a plan. Number 6 on the next page, so we're at the top of page 33. All right, so another weather example. Just look at those dark clouds. I see. It looks like we're going to have, or it looks like we'll have some rough weather ahead. Okay, so we've got evidence with the dark clouds. So the best answer is we're going to have some rough weather. Number 7, hold on to your cup. It looks like it will spill. It looks like it's going to spill. So the best answer is it looks like it's going to spill. That's a prediction with evidence. It's a prediction with evidence, right? We know what's going to happen. I've got it. This sure is a bumpy flight. I know. I'll be, or I'm glad to be back on the ground again. So we're looking into the future. Okay, it's not really a schedule. I forgot to write this one, so I'm going to write it right now. I would go with this one. Whoops. I'll be glad. All right, so we're talking about it's a future prediction. Really no evidence. Okay. Number 8, another thinking and talking example, right? I think I'll take a nap. I think I'll take a little nap. I'm tired. I think I'll take a little nap. Right? So it's doing this. All right, number 9, it's 11 o'clock p.m. already. I know, we're going to arrive. We arrive late. That's too bad. So definitely it's going to be this one. We're going to arrive late. So there's a prediction, but there's also evidence, right? It's already 11 o'clock. That's already late. So obviously, by the time they get to their final destination, it is going to be late. There's evidence for that one. Number 10, it says, you know, I don't think the airport buses run after midnight. I'm afraid you're right. How are we getting to the hotel? So for that one, I would go with how are we going to get? So what's our plan? Right? What are we going to do? What is our plan? All right, and number 11 says, no buses. Well, that's no problem. Thinking and talking. So if you're thinking and talking, we're going to use will, or we will, right? So we'll take a taxi. All right, then the person says, do you think there will still be, or do you think there are still taxis in front of the terminal so late? Now, keep in mind they're in the airplane right now, right? So they're definitely looking into the future. Um, so what will happen after they land, after they get out of the plane, after they get their luggage? So the best answer would be, do you think there will still be taxis, right? And he's really asking for a prediction, but there's no evidence. We don't know if there will be taxis or not. It's just, hey, what do you think? All right. Oh, sure. That's good. Number 12. I missed the announcement. What did the captain say? He said, fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. We're landing or we'll land in about 10 minutes. And for this one, I got to be honest, I would go with either one. Okay, so we're landing means the same thing as we're going to land. If you don't know what land means, that's when the airplane touches the ground, right, and comes to a final stop. So it's the plan, or it's the the plan of the pilot is to land in 10 minutes. You could argue that this is a prediction, but there's evidence, right? The pilot has been flying for many years, and so from his experience, he knows that it'll take another 10 minutes before, or it's going to take another 10 minutes before they land. You could look at this as a promise as well. Hey, everyone, I promise we will land in 10 minutes. So I'm not really clear on whoever wrote this workbook what they think the answer is, but I think you could argue either one. And I will never. This is a promise. That's why I'm using will. I will never give you a question like that on a quiz, because there has to be a clear, correct answer. Number 13. It says, how long are you going to stay, or how long will you stay in San Francisco? So we're talking about a plan. So we're going to say, how long are you going to stay? And then number 14, maybe, so we don't know, right? We're looking into the future. We're making a prediction, but there's no evidence. Maybe we'll see. We'll see you on the return flight. Maybe. We don't know. No evidence. Okay, and let's look at part 7. Which, all right, so all we're doing for part 7 is editing, okay? So greetings from San Francisco. This is a postcard. All right. Hi, instead of I'm going to stay here for a week. There's a plan with my parents. We have a lot of fun things planned. Tomorrow night we'll see. So instead of tomorrow night we'll see, we're going to say tomorrow night we're going to see. They have a plan. We're going to see a play called Robots. Mom already bought the tickets for it. So she's bought the tickets. They've already made a plan. The play begins at 7:30, and before that, we have dinner. All right, so before that, I would go with, we are going to have dinner. Again, they've made a plan. And you could even say it in the present progressive, we are having dinner. Okay? Let's see. At Fisherman's Wharf right now, we're sitting in Golden Gate Park. That's happening right now. They're using the present progressive. But we have to leave. The sky is getting very dark. It will rain. So if the sky is getting dark, they're making a prediction with evidence. So it's better to say it's going to rain with an exclamation point. Okay, go ahead and take out your textbook. You should have it out already. All right, and I want you to look at page 58. Is it 58? Yep, page 58. And on another piece of paper, okay, you are going to, on page 58, look at the pictures. Look at the pictures, and you're going to practice using be going to or not be going to. So that, again, that means is or are or am going to, is, are, am not going to. And you need to use words from the word bank up here. and your sentences need to correspond with the pictures. So like number 1 says he's going to take a trip. It's pretty clear based on the picture. That's what he's going to do. Now, if you look at number 2, looks like the guy is taking a subway or a train, right? So we can say for number 2, he's going to, he's not going to. We have to look at the examples up here. Probably he's, I would go with drive, right? It looks like he is not going to drive. All right, let's try one more, number 3. So it looks like there's rain. And rain is one of the examples up here, right? So instead of he's, this time let's use it's, because we're talking about the weather, right? It's going to rain. There we go. All right, so you're going to do all the way to number 8, I think. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Number 10, so there are 2 at the top of page 59. And then the other thing I want you to do is part 3. So this is part 2. Okay, part 3, there is a schedule. And remember, for schedules, we often use the present tense. They want us to use the present progressive. Okay, so not with going to, it's just instead of what are you doing now, what are you doing tomorrow, what are you doing tonight. So those extra words, tomorrow or tonight, tell us we're not talking about now, we're talking about the future. So number 1 says on Monday morning, he's teaching his economics class. Again, you could say he's going to teach his economics class, but they want us to use the present progressive. Whew, what's happening on Tuesday morning? So, of course, you probably know AM is morning, right? It says take the train to Tokyo, right? So we're going to say on Tuesday morning, please write the whole sentence. On Tuesday morning, whoops, comma, he's, just say taking a train. Is that what it said? Yeah, so take is going to become taking the train to Tokyo. Please capitalize the correct words. Please punctuate. Don't hate. Punctuate. Let's do one more. Number 3, on Tuesday evening, so that's the PM, meet friends from England for dinner. So we're going to say on Tuesday evening, comma, he's meet, ing, meeting friends from England for dinner. So you're going to get all the way to number 10. So it's only 2 pages of homework. Really no excuse for not doing it. Do it or I'll call your mother. That's a threat. That's why I used will. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.